How are you today? This is another Chat with Deb. Today I have another great site for you to use to assess students. This site also works extremely well for integrating with literacy. This is called DocentEDU. To start out, just simply go to DocentEDU.com. From there, you'll be able to look and see that you can sign up and get the browser extension. You will want to add the extension. It will look like this once you add it with the 3 little orange pieces of paper. You will need that because that is how you are going to put DocentEDU on top of any live website. Notice also you can get the app from either the App Store or from Google Play. The first thing I'm going to do here is go and click on Dashboard and go to my own personal account in DocentEDU. You can see that I already have 2 docents that I've created. These are, think of them as interactive activities that I can do with students. For your free account, you're given 5 free docents to use. You can delete them anytime as long as you don't go over 5. I also have 2 classes I've created. Creating a class is as simple as clicking on the plus, naming the class, and then a code is generated. You can click on the little binoculars to project that code in front of your classroom to have your students join your class. So it's real simple to have them come in and join. You can also view your rosters right here. One of the nice features also about adding a new class is when you click on Add a Class, there is the ability now to import a class roster from a Google Classroom. And then we'll show in just a minute how you can look at your students' grades because this is an assessment tool. And then there's a help button as well. Let's go back to docent. So what I'd like to do is begin a new docent and show you how this works. I'm going to hit the plus sign and put in, as it says here, a website because DocentEDU works on top of a URL or a website. So this is the website I'm using for this example. It is history.com. And you can see I have loaded some information about Thanksgiving and different facts and such. What I'm going to do is grab this URL, go back to DocentEDU, and simply enter it here and hit go. It loads that site, and now I'll be able to add content on top of this website. Now, because I had gotten the DocentEDU extension when I first joined DocentEDU, which sits right up here, you can see that I have some tools that are available to me over here on the left-hand side. These tools allow me to add content on top of this website. So as I scroll down, the first thing I notice is an informational video about the first Thanksgiving. I could easily go over here. I could highlight by clicking on this little highlight pen, just like the title, for example, of this video. And then if I wanted to, I could hit this plus and I could enter a comment and tell my students what I'd like them to do. So now I have this yellow highlight with a note attached to it. I can choose some text and add a question to that text by simply typing in my question. Then what I can do is create the question and start choosing what I want my possible answers to be. As soon as I hit enter, it's going to make that one of the choices. And then I can also mark as a teacher which will be the correct response so that when I'm looking at my grades, I can see if the students got that one right or wrong. And now that question has been created. Another option you have is to create a discussion. So there's a quote here. I can go in, grab my discussion, highlight, and make a discussion topic. Now, as a teacher, I will be able to see the students' responses on a discussion, and students will be able to see each other's as well. Scrolling down the page then, there are some different facts and such. What I could do here is add another question, add a discussion, or you also have a little tool called a sticky note in which you can go and add just some simple information to enhance the experience for your students on this website. So in this case, perhaps I have an image I want to add. I just simply go and find the image I'd like. I'm going to copy that image, go back to my website, and then I'm just simply going to paste that image and it will be right there on the page. Keep in mind you can also do embed codes as well as videos. So that's pretty awesome. So the content that I've added is now on the website. These last 2 buttons here, this one will take you back to DocentEDU. And this little star is if you want to leave some feedback for the DocentEDU developers. Now let's go back to DocentEDU. I can actually do a couple things here. One, I have the ability to share this with other teachers. So there's a great collaborative feature here. If you were working with your department or your grade level, you could create docents and share them with each other to use with your students. So I love that. You can also post these on social media. So let's say I wanted to share this docent with another teacher. I could simply go here to the share button, get this URL, and send it to my teacher friends. Then here's what happens next. I'm going to go on now as if I'm a different teacher. This person can simply go to the Add Docent, enter the website here, and hit the Go button. What that will do is load the DocentEDU along with the website right onto my browser. So you can see it's loading the toolbars. And now I have this orange button that says Copy Docent. I will simply click Copy Docent and it says it's been copied. Now, if I go to DocentEDU.com and I go to my dashboard, you can now see that I have that docent in my collection. I can then go to my Assign and assign this to the classes I'd like to, or share it directly to Google Classroom. And now it's ready to go. I'm going to click on my little profile picture and I'm going to switch to a student account. In my student account, I have 3 docents. I can click on this Thanksgiving facts that my teacher has put into my class. It will take just a minute for everything to load. As a student, I do need to have the DocentEDU extension added, just like the teacher has to have it. So there is just a little bit of setup that way in having your students go and find the extension and add it. I can see right here that I'm supposed to click, and there's a note that says to watch the informational video. As I scroll down, I see there's a question in which I'm to type in my answer. A nice feature for the teacher when it comes to the discussions is that you're able to sort your discussion as you're viewing it by class. So rather than showing all classes, I could pick just 1 or 2 of my classes and show just the responses for a specific class. That's really a nice feature that they just added on. I can also scroll down and see the picture. So as a teacher, you're able to go to your grades tab and you'll be able to see the different questions that were asked and the scores. You can go and say, I want to look at just a certain class. I want to look at just a certain docent. You can ask all questions or just a specific question, and you'll be able to see your students and their results. It's nice that if you have several classes and you're using docents with several of them, you can sort by the class and even by student. I hope that this DocentEDU is something you will consider trying with your students. I think it holds a lot of promise and they're making a lot of improvements on it and adding a lot of great features all the time. I hope that you are all doing well, and I hope that you all have a great Thanksgiving. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.